It's Savannah and welcome back to lesson number 4 of the Life Coaching Certification Program. Once again, I'm in the gorgeous Queenstown, New Zealand, down here doing seminars, but also doing a lot of my own phone coaching and Skype coaching. And that's what I'll be talking about with you on this lesson. We're going to be talking about the actual setting up of your life coaching business. And this is something I'm really passionate about, the actual setting up of the business, because it's what you do now to set the foundation, which will really set the tone for your success or not. So let's get real. Is this going to be a business for you, or is this just going to be a hobby? Now, it's all about your mindset. If you start off this coaching business and it's just something of a hobby and you're not really passionate about helping people, but it would be nice too, because perhaps, someone told you that you helped them or motivated them, but now you're starting to get into the program and you're realizing, hey, I'm not really into setting up a business. This looks like hard work. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, it is hard work. Setting up a business requires consistent effort over time for at least 12 months, right? 12 to 18 months. By 18 months, you should have an amazing practice. You should have a well-developed niche. You should be really confident in your new career. But perhaps you're not up to that stage yet, right? So maybe you need to decide, should I keep my full-time job and just start learning about this in the background, right? And consider about it, this maybe in a year or two when maybe you have a little bit more time or maybe a little bit more cash. Or maybe you want to do your job part-time and start getting into coaching part-time as well. That's okay, but just be realistic about what you can and can't do right now. So the decision is full-time or part-time, right? It forms part of your business plan. The lesson will go right into all the different types of licenses that you should be considering. It talks about whether you should consider a home office or a actual structured office, whether you should do it in phone or via Skype. All of these are really dependent upon your niche. With me personally, I've never operated out of home. That's my place for my family, and I have to switch off, or when my children were younger, into mummy mode. But also, as an infidelity recovery specialist, I have to be really mindful that I'm bringing very traumatized couples into my home. And so what would that do to my home environment? What would that do to my energy? And then what is the disconnect between my home life and my work life? So be really mindful of that. You don't need a big flash premises. You have to get real with yourself. You're starting off. Clients don't expect you to have a big flashy premises, right? But they want you to be authentic and real. You also have to stick within your budget. That's part of being a good business person. So as a gift, my gift to you, I'm giving you a booklet, and it's part of the six-figure coaching business, but it's how to set your coaching fees. This is part of your homework for this session. I want you to go through that booklet and really work out how much money do you need to survive. This should be the start of any of your business thinking. If you have a high cost lifestyle, if your rent or mortgage is high, if you have a bunch of children that need your support, or whatever your lifestyle is, you have to factor that into your business plan to ensure that the business doesn't become a stressful point in your relationship or for you personally. Right? So you really start, you'll go through this program and we'll talk about that. It'll talk about how to set your coaching fees, right? You don't just compare yourself to the next coach next to you, right? You have to be mindful of many different factors. So work through the challenges of setting your own coaching fees, and go into the comment section and look, everyone's going through the same challenge as you right now. So just write down any questions you have, and I'll be in there helping you move through and understanding how to set your coaching fees. The other thing we talk about in this lesson is your business setup, your social media, your website, your branding, your domain name. You know, what is your marketing funnel? Let's start thinking about that right now. These are exercises that basically you can take the next 3 to 6 months doing in itself. But I just want you thinking about it, and not just thinking about it, then putting it on paper and really start creating a life, this business. Give it some energy. Let's talk about it. Remember, whatever you write down right now doesn't mean that it's going to be set in stone. It's just your first step towards thinking about your business and getting this business started. Okay, and talk about it, right? We can talk about it, we can change it down the track, but you've got to start thinking in real terms right now. So there's a lot of work to do in this lesson. If you need to take more than 1-2 weeks, maybe you need to spend a whole month just on this lesson, do so. Right? Don't feel like you're going to be missing out by not jumping straight into lesson 5. It's imperative that you understand about how to set up your business, how to set up your fees, and especially I hope you did the homework on your niche. So maybe I'll see you next week, maybe I'll see you next month, but I'll see you in lesson 5. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.